Not gonna lie to you, I have tried knitting, didn't work out for me. Recently I tried embroidery, and what happened was I got the strings out and then the cats chased the strings. And so this game, I'm familiar with the premise, okay? The cats not letting you do the craft. That's a cat thing, big time. Hello everyone, welcome back to solo mode. My name is Jamie from Foster the Meeple, and I'm back again today with another solo playthrough. Today's playthrough is going to be on Knitting Circle, which is published by Flatout Games and designed by Emily Vincent, and the solo mode is designed by Sean Stankiewicz. So that is what we're going to be doing. This can be played multiplayer, but as you know, in a solo mode, we are alone, so we're going to be playing it by ourselves. Now, as per usual with these videos, I am going to do an overview of how the game works, and then we're just going to dive in and play. So without further ado, I say we get into some cat stuff, because this game is cat stuff and knitting, which I thought was very fitting for this time of year. It's very cozy. You want to knit yourself some warm stuff because it's cold. At least I'm in Canada. It's very cold here. Alrighty, let's kind of do a little overview. Here is kind of the board setup. I've thrown all the buttons in here. When I have to get a new one, I'm just gonna like look away and feel around for the shape because they're all supposed to be stacked in piles face down, but I just put them in there because that's what I felt like doing. All right, let's talk about Knitting Circle. So Knitting Circle is in the family of Calico. If you've played Calico, it's one of my favorite solo games to play. And it's kind of like the same vibe. You know, we got cats. Instead of quilts, now we got knitting. So the game is going to be played over 6 rounds. That is going to be tracked by these little yarn tokens that are in the center of our central knitting board. And at the beginning of each round in a solo game, I am always going to be the first player. So how that works is I will choose one of the tiles from the center board. I will choose an area and I will replace that tile with the one that was in the center. All right, that's how that's going to work. Now, the tiles themselves, the yarn tiles, have 2 different sides, and the sides of the tiles do matter. We have the kind of like, they have actual names. This side is called knit. The solid side without kind of little liney things is called purl, okay? It's indicated on the board which side should be face up, and that will matter for when we actually make our garments, okay? So the first thing that I'm going to do is we're going to do the drafting phase. Like I said, the very first thing you do during that first kind of section of that phase is I will be taking one of these tiles and I will be replacing it with one of the tiles that's already out, all right? Then we are going to go into the drafting phase, and I love this. Everything's written on here in case my brain forgets. But how this is going to work, you are going to move anywhere between 1 and 2 spaces along the central knitting board. So I could go here or I could go here. Now, if there is another cat, and we do have one other cat in the solo mode, it's just going to be stealing tiles from us. No big deal. If there's another cat there, you actually skip over it. Okay, so that would be 1, 2. All right. So that's what I'm going to do, and then you're going to choose one of the available tiles. Let's just say I went here, maybe I want this, and I'm going to put it here. You have to place it the right side up of like what it is when you're drafting it. Okay, you can't just be flipping. That's another thing. We'll talk about that later, all right? And it doesn't get refilled until later on in the round. Then my opponent is going to go as well. And how they're going to go is, this is the first player token. And we're actually going to use this as almost like a coin to flip. So we'll flip it. And then if it is on the solid side, they will move to the next solid space and they will take the inside tile from that area. Or if it flips to the knit side, they will just go to the next knit space, and same thing. They're always going to take the one that's closest to them, all right? So that's how the other kitty moves. And we are going to continue doing that until we've each drafted 4 tiles from the knitting board. Alrighty, so once we have our 4 tiles, we're going to move into the crafting phase, and that is where we're actually going to be crafting different garments. Now for the setup, basically, I just picked one of the types of garments and I drew 2 cards and then I selected one. The reason why I picked this one, and I'm going to draw your attention to my player board, is because to start the game in the setup, I have randomly selected 6 different buttons. 2 circles, 2 triangles, and 2 squares. These are things that I'm going to be able to add to my garments if I meet their conditions to score more points. But now we are going to go into the crafting phase, and let me just take some rando tiles here so I can give you an example, okay? So this in a multiplayer game is played simultaneously, and obviously it's just me, so I'm going to be doing this myself. The AI cat has nothing to do with this section. They're just going around our board stealing yarn because they're silly. So during this phase, we have a few options. Number 1 is we can start a garment. So we can work on 2 garments at a time. We start with one here, but if I wanted to get to work on another one, and you could do as many actions as you can essentially afford. So in order to start a new garment, you have to have a set of knitting needles, which I do. Then you have to choose what kind of garment, and then you have to get rid of a matching yarn to that garment. So if I wanted to start on a nice pair of long johns, because once again, it's Canada and it's freaking cold, I'd have to get rid of this nice teal color yarn back into the bag, and then I would get to flip this over, put my knitting needles on, and then I would be able to start working on it. So that's one thing that we can do. Another thing that you can do is you can knit. So right now I have one garment that I can actually knit. You can place whatever you want, but there are patterns and things that we might want to do. Specifically, so these triangles are telling us, actually, let me just explain. Circles are asking for specific colors. Triangles are asking for pattern styles, and then these are just asking for a specific, the squares are asking for a specific type of garment. So here I'm kind of working towards, hand that upside down, a solid or a color block. You're like, what does that mean? I'm glad you asked. Solid would mean I do this whole garment in one color only. A color block would mean, and it's all listed down here, but a color block is essentially doing 2 of one color, 3 of another, 2 of another, so you're blocking the colors together. There's also stripes, and that is where you just alternate with the same color, so it could be yellow, blue, yellow, blue, yellow, blue, whatever you want to do. And then there is symmetrical. So the example it gives here, let's just say I did yellow, blue, green, 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 blue, yellow. So it kind of like, you know, it's symmetrical from the middle out, essentially. Hopefully that makes sense. And I'm going to be trying to work on, obviously, the ones that are going to score me more points, just so you know. So in this instance, I might want to, and I've got some yarn in my basket here, but, oh, this is also important. As you're knitting, you have to place things as you see them in the right direction. So I could not place this yellow here because you'll see this is asking for a knit tile. So I could place this blue here if I want, or this purple. Now there are going to be ways to flip, which we'll talk about in just a second, but you can kind of fill this out as you like. Now if you land on one of these special bonus areas, you're going to get that bonus. This is saying draw another tile, put it into your basket, okay? Now, to complete a garment, which is another thing that you can do during this phase, all you have to do is get to the completion area, which is the light color zone. So if I put 4 different tiles in here, then I can choose to complete that garment, which would get me 3 points. But if I choose to keep going, 1 more, 5 points, 1 more, 6 points. Okay, so one of the other things that you could do is you could choose to complete the garment. Now, if you do that, you're going to get the bonus that's at the bottom if it's not an end of game bonus. This one is just 3 points at the end of the game. All right, but you can choose to keep going, whatever you want to do. And then you can also assign buttons to it. So if I did this whole thing in yellow, I could do a solid. Or if I did a stripe with a yellow, dark blue, yellow, dark blue, yellow, dark blue, I could do this one. Or if I did a color block, even better. So if I did a color block with dark blue and yellow, then I could assign these 2 buttons. What's important to note is that I could assign one of each of these if I were able to, but what you can't do is assign multiple of the same shape, right? So I can't have 2 circles and 2 triangles. It'd be kind of hard to do, but just so you know, you can't do that. So that's another thing you can do, is you could complete a garment. Now, another option that you have is you can discard one of your yarn tiles to choose to flip as many of your yarn tiles as you want. So if you're like, ugh, these are all purl and I need knit, well, you can throw one away, essentially back into the bag to flip the others, giving you some more options. Another thing that you can do, and you start with one, is we have these grabby paw tokens, and you'll be getting more of these kind of as the game goes on, but you could discard a grabby paw to actually take the bag and search in it for exactly what you need. So these are like super valuable if you're looking for something very specific. Now, one thing I forgot to mention about completing a garment is if you complete a garment, but you don't follow any of like the patterns or anything, like the colors, the patterns, like nothing, then you have to take one of these ugly garment tokens, which is a -3 points at the end of the game, which you do not want. Nobody wants negative points. The whole point here is to score points. I also just realized that I'm like, where did all of these come from? Obviously, I took them all from here. There we go. So once you've done everything that you want to do, the next thing is going to be doing kind of the round end cleanup. You're going to take any of the yarn that you didn't use and put it into your basket, but you can only hold 2 into your basket, so anything else has to get discarded, okay? So that's one thing. If you've used any buttons, you're going to grab new buttons to refill, and then you're going to prepare the central basket. So in a solo game, let's just say I had taken this one, all of the outside tiles will slide to the middle. Whoa. And that's just because the AI cat is stealing from the inside, so it just kind of makes more sense to do it that way. We're playing on the advanced mode where we have these kind of goal cards that we are trying to achieve. So the ones that we have for this game is this one up here is 3 garments containing the same 2 colors. If we do that, we'll get 5 points. Perfect pair, so we want matching mittens of same colors, length, and pattern. We want unique sweaters, so 2 sweaters with completely different colors and patterns, no overlap. And here we want to be color coordinated, so we want 2 garments containing the same 3 colors, and those are just going to score us more points at the end of the game. Speaking of the end of the game is going to end at the end of the 6th round after we do kind of our crafting phase, and then we are going to score. So any unfinished garments won't score, but we'll score all of our finished garments, all of our buttons, we'll score all of our goals that we have. If there's any negative from making an ugly garment, which of course we will not be doing. And then in a solo game, I'm just going to bring this out here, we're going to look at that score and see kind of like where we land. So 40 plus, great start, all the way up to 100 plus where you're a knitting master. I'm just going to tell you right now, we're not going to get that. We might be somewhere down here. There's also in the solo mode, I just want to show you, there's different scenarios and achievements that you can do, but just to keep it simple for the video, we're just going to go try and score as many points as possible because that's what I like to do. And I think that's everything. Hopefully I don't forget anything. Hopefully I don't make any uh-ohs, but as you know, if I do, I'll pop them up on the screen. It's bound to happen because I'm only paying attention to myself. And that's not always a good thing. Let's get started. I am the first player and I picked the black cat. I used to have a black cat named Albie, so I thought in honor of Albie, let's do that. His name is Midnight though in this one. So we are going to go into the first draft phase. And I'm just going to kind of look at what I need here, and I might replace, because I'm looking at these yellows. There's some yellows out, but I wouldn't mind having more. So I'm going to actually take this, and I am going to replace this one with this one, and then this will go back in the bag. Okay, so Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to move one right here, and I'm going to take that yellow one, okay? All right, and now for our opponent cat, we should give him a name. I used to have an orange cat named Carl, so let's call him Carl. So we're going to flip this. I'm not going to be very good at flipping it. And they are going to go to the first knitted area, which is 2 away, and they will take this purple. It's now out of the game, so I'm just going to throw it over there, okay? Back to me. So I'm kind of focused on yellow. If I could do this whole solid thing in yellow, I could at least get this, but not that. I'd love to do yellow and dark blue. Anyways, I'm gonna go here. I could also do a color block, work on that. And I'm gonna take this one. They want the knit, dang it. They took what I wanted. So they're gonna take the dark blue, and then it's back to me. I should just go for that solid. Or I could go for this one. I could do like yellow, purple, green, purple, yellow. That's how the symmetrical one works, kind of. Okay, so just looking at what's like a lot out here. Yeah, maybe I'll try that. I don't know. Let's get spicy with it. They're gonna go, let's just flip it like this. There we go. They're gonna go to a solid, and they're taking that green, which is what I wanted. Dang it. Okay. I guess I will, I could take another yellow, maybe save it to do a solid scarf. I might just do that. That's what we'll do. And then they're gonna go again, and they're gonna take the next solid, which is this yellow, okay? So now we've each got 4, so we are moving on to the crafting phase. Now I do have one of these, and I do have a purple that could be a sock, but I don't really need that. See, that's what I should have been thinking about. I should have been thinking about getting a green or a pink, so I could have gotten one of these things that I need, but that's okay. Let us craft. So I'm going to do this. I really, really wish that I had color block. I need another yellow, but I could use something to flip as much as I want, and I might. I'm gonna get rid of this, I think, to flip whatever I want, and I will flip this. I'm gonna try to color block this one. So I go yellow, 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 which lets me draw from the bag when I land on it. Draw a rando, okay. Goes in my basket. Then for color block, I want to go purple. Purple. And then I actually might just straight up complete this garment, because why not? Why not, you know? I'm gonna complete it because this is gonna give me my color block, okay? So that, I'm gonna save these. These ones are gonna go back to, oh, no, these just stay on it. What am I doing? Crazy, got a little bit too crazy with it. Okay. Okay, we got our button. So where can we put our finished ones that you guys can see them? Boop, 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 boop. I'm gonna put my finished ones over here, and let's move these here. Okay, cool. Now I could start a garment, and I might. I'm just gonna spend this to start another garment. And I get to draw 2 and choose one. They're the exact same. So this is gonna go to the bottom of the stack, which is fine. Cool. One thing I'm not sure if I mentioned, but any of the yarn tiles that are in your knitting basket can be used on either side. So I don't remember if I said that or did that right, but now you know. So now we're gonna go into round end. I have no tiles to move, so we can't. We will refill our button. So I'm looking for a triangle. That's not a triangle. This is way harder than if I had just done what the game told me to do. Triangle. Solid. 2 solids, that's so hard. Anyways, now we need to refill and prepare. So these are all gonna go here. I'm pretty sure you're supposed to refill from a certain area, but I forget. I forget. I should check. I'll check and see if I did it wrong or right, but you know how it is. Okay, and then we got 2 more. Perfect. There we go. So you're actually supposed to start where the first player cat is, I think. So anyways, it's fine. It's fine. This is fine. I'm also like not paying attention to these at all. So 3 garments containing the same 2 colors, matching mittens. Okay. So I probably want to get another mitten to do that. 2 sweaters completely different. I do want a sweater. So I should try to get that green. 2 garments containing the same 3 colors. Okay, just as a reminder. Okay, so me first, and I have to exchange one of these. I want to put out this dark blue, I think. And I want to put it maybe here. It's gonna go that way. This is gonna go back into the bag. All right, so I will go here. You come back here. And I'm gonna take that dark blue. Then our kitty Carl friend. Wow, I really biffed that. They're gonna go to the first available solid, which is gonna be all the way over here, and they will take that purple. Okay. I want blue and yellow. There's no more dark blue though. I'm also looking for solid. I want a green, but that's not gonna happen right now. Just trying to think. There's no purple. My God. Okay, that's fine. I'm gonna go, I think, I want another mitten, which I could get here. What is there a lot of? I'm gonna go here and take one of these actually. They're gonna go to the first knitted area and take the pink. I am an autumn. Okay, so I'm gonna use that to get a mitten. There's lots of these ones, but I cannot reach. I'm gonna go here and take a green because it'll prep me for a sweater maybe. Oh my gosh, they're going to the next solid over here. Well, I get, I'll go here and take this one, I guess. Yeah, I do have a grabby paw, which is pretty good. Wow, I gotta flip that better because you guys can't see, that's for sure. So they're gonna take this pink. Okay, and then now we're on to the crafting phase. And I did say I wanted to take another mitten for this, but I'm also thinking I should take a sweater because I have this. So I'm gonna get rid of this to grab a sweater. The reason I can't do both is, if you'll remember, I can only be working on 2 garments at once. All right. So I do think I'm gonna go for this here. Whoa, I can't. Ooh, oh no, oh no, oh no. I could get rid of one to flip, or I'm gonna use my grabby paw to get whatever I want. And what I want is one of these. So I can start this and do this. And then this, because I'm gonna try to make this solid. And then for this sweater, I'm gonna use this. And I'm not gonna be able to finish anything or flip anything because I only have one left. So I think that's pretty much how I have to end it, which is not super great. Oh well. Okay, so I haven't completed anything, just this one. But we are working towards a sweater, and I might try to do a pattern on the sweater so I can get 2. And then we'll try to do this as solid. Perfect. Okay, so we'll move any leftovers down here, and then we're going to refill our circle. And I don't refill any buttons. We still have lots of time left, so let's not worry about it too much. Only just a little bit. Oops. Yes, I need dark blue. I would love some dark blue. Oop. Okay. Oh my God, how about some yellow instead? Jeez Louise. Okay, so it's going to be me first. So I did say I want it more dark. Oh, I have to do this, don't I? Yeah. Ooh. Okay. What do I need? I need a plain one of these. Although that can be a plain one, so I actually need probably a stripy one of these. So let's take away this pink and put that here. And then I'm gonna go here to get the dark blue because I wanna work on dark blue stuff here. They're gonna go to the first solid, so they're gonna get a yellow. I'm gonna go here to get the light blue. They're gonna go, oopsies, to the next solid. So we're gonna take this purple. I want yellow. I need a stripy yellow. So I'm gonna go here to get a stripy yellow. Solid. They're gonna take this yellow. So I could do, I want this, because I could, oh, no, I've got enough for that. I'm gonna go here and get this stripy yellow. And then they're gonna go to the next knit and get this stripy yellow. I'm not using the correct terms. Purl and knit, purl and knit, and purl and knit. Okay, now we're on to the crafting phase. And I am going, whoa, that was a stripy. So we're gonna do this. We're gonna do, I don't think I need to flip anything, which is good. So that's gonna let me get another tile into my basket. Pink, ugh, I definitely don't need that. This can be flipped anyway because it's in my little thing, and then I cover it up. Let's do everything in order. Cover it up, give me something good. Purple, I mean, it's not terrible. Then this is gonna go here. So I am going to complete this. It is a solid, that's a solid pair of mittens if I ever did see one. Ooh, okay, so that's great. So I'm gonna put that over here. Then I need a hat. So let's get rid of this pink to get a hat, and we'll draw 2 and choose 1. And the difference is going to be whatever's at the bottom usually. These are both the exact same though. So we'll take that one. Here we go. Okay, because I want to work on a hat. That was mittens, so I didn't get anything else. Okay, so I do have this. I could work on, yeah, I'm gonna assign this. Why not? Let's assign that there. All right, so I think that's everything. So the round's gonna end. I am going to move any leftovers, but I will refill. I need, that's a circle. This is the least efficient way I could have done this. Are you guys watching me almost picking triangles? That's a triangle. Color block, okay. So I think, I don't want a color block. I want a stripey. Okay, now we're gonna refill this. These are all gonna come in. Alrighty. There we go, with that. Ka-chow. And then we need 2 knits. And then 1 solid. Okay, so it's gonna be back to me. I gotta choose one of these things. I really need, well, I'm gonna need that purple. There's lots of purple out. So I might actually do, well, I'm just gonna put this out maybe here, I guess. I don't know. It's gotta be solid though. All right, so I do need some dark blue and I will need a solid one. So let's go here to get this. Good catch. All right, solid. Boop. And they're gonna take that yellow. I need a stripy yellow and it's way the heck back here. What do I want to put with my purple? Good question. Well, I'm gonna go another purple because here I could do a color block on a 5. What does that look like? Hold on, they have examples. Color block 5. Ooh, okay. I could do, oh, I wouldn't be able to do that, but I could do a color block here. So let's think about that. I have 2, so they're gonna go again, I think. Oh shoot, they're going here. Okay. So it doesn't matter what I color block with because I can't get all 3 colors. There's a lot of purple. There's some green chilling out here. I am gonna get, so if I do, I need 1 more purple and I need a solid. Ow. Okay, they're taking the next. That's supposed to be solid. Damn it, they're taking this. Did I need that? No, I didn't need that. Phew. Okay. So I have my purple. I'm only gonna get 1 more. So maybe I'll go for green. Oh, I need a solid though. Solid, stripy, solid. No, I need a stripy. Stripy. Okay, good. They're gonna go once more. And they're going for a knit. So they're actually gonna go whoop, all the way over here. Perfect, okay. I'm just gonna move these in now so I don't get confused as one does. So let's frickin' knit. This is gonna go here and I'd really like 1 more because that would give me a grabby paw. I don't know, let's just keep going here. That's gonna go here, that's gonna go here, which is gonna get me a random. Oh, do you know what would be amazing? Is if it were either a green solid or a yellow. Well, it's just green or yellow. I just need a green or a yellow. Right. Okay. I'm gonna put this here. See, this is only 1 extra point, so I think I'll probably actually finish this because I could get started on long johns, which I don't. This would give me a grabby paw. Here's the thing. I could exchange this in for long johns, but I don't need long johns. I need another sweater and I need more mittens and we're running out of time. So I'm just gonna leave this for now to try and get more points. 2 garments containing the same 3 colors. Oh, I'm not getting that one. 3 garments containing the same 2 colors. I'm not doing very good. This jumps up a whole extra 3, so I'm just gonna leave this as is, which is probably kind of silly, isn't it? Nah, it's fine. All right, so let's go. We have 2 more rounds. I'll do this. We shall do that. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do a little bit of that, and then 1 more. Okay, so I gotta exchange something. I need a green, there's lots of greens. Oh man, I need a yellow, there's only 1 yellow. I'm gonna need a dark blue. I guess I'll put, I don't know, I guess I'll put this green out. And I might do this. Oh, this goes back in the bag. Okay, so it's my turn first. And I am going to just go here and get this because I'll need that for here. Then they're gonna go. They're gonna go all the way over here and take this yellow. I will be going here, yes. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, I need a yellow stripey. Fudge. That's fine. So I'll be able to complete both of these, and I want it to get a dark blue for a mitten. So I'll take that because I need another mitten and I need another sweater with two completely different colors and patterns. We'll see how that goes. Okay, they're going to the next solid, so they're going to take a little pink. That's going to be finished, but I need another green to get another sweater. Okay, and then they're going to go, and they're going to the next solid. So they're taking this purple. Now, I am going to have to work on another sweater with different colors. And there's a lot of green out here. So you know what? I'm going to take another green so I could do a sweater with those colors. I might do a sweater with these two colors or something. Yeah, okay. And then they have to go again. They're going to take this one, of course. Take the green I want. Okay, so here we go. We are going to finish this one like this. This is a color block and a hat. So it's going to get both those. We get 1 point per garment with 2 buttons. So that's an end of game thing. Okay. We're not going to be able to finish this. So I'm just going to finish it now. And it is a sweater. So we do need that. Doesn't follow. Oh, and this. Lovely. It's not solid, I'll tell you that much. I'll put this here. You guys know what's going on, right? Okay, perfect. Then I am going to, I want a mitten, so we're going to get rid of this. We'll get a mitten. Oh, which one will I choose? They're the exact same. Okay, and then I'm definitely going to get a sweater for my second one. Okay, so this is either just straight up 4 points or 2 points per color block. And I've already done that. So I think, I don't know if I'll be doing it again, basically. This is safer. Oh, and I have to get rid of one of these. Perfectenschlag. Okay, so I think that's all that I can do. We only have one more round, so we'll see. But this is gonna go down here. And now I need a circle, 2 squares, and a triangle. Triangle, stripes, nice. Stripes are worth less points. That feels like a square. A mitten, square, a hat, drats. And then what do I need? 1 circle. Yellow, okay. So I want stripes, solid. What do the mittens want? Matching mittens. Okay, so I need this color to do a matching mitten. But they have to be the same length. So I need 4 of those. I need 3 of those. Oh boy, we're not getting this done. That's for sure. What the matching mittens score me 4. The two different sweaters score me 4. So we'll just have to see kind of what the deal is going to be here with what comes out. Oops, those are supposed to be like this, like that. Oh, lots of matchies. Whoops. And then 1 more. Okay. So I gotta put the pink one out. I could just literally replace the pink with the pink. I'm not worried about a pink right now, okay? All right, so I can't reach these and I need those. What are we gonna do here? I can't get enough to get the matching mittens, so that's important to know. I could get enough to finish a mitten with this color, so long as they don't take it. And And for this one, I could do stripes. Yes, we want stripes, but we want green and a different color. What do I have a lot of out here? Green, perfect. Not a lot of, I might go for this for the sweater, honestly. Okay, so we're gonna want some more green. They're going for a solid, they're going for purple. That's supposed to be a solid. Okay, so I want this one, I guess. That's one. Oh wait, no. We want this. Wait, no. Oh no, they're all solids. I need to think about this. I will take this. I'm gonna think about what I'm doing here in a minute. I'll figure it out. Whoa, okay. They want the knit. Dang it, I want that. Oh, that was silly, but that's okay. I'm gonna go here. I forgot, these can be turned in whichever direction. So I can have, because all the greens, oh wait. Solid, stripe, solid. I need that. Yeah, I'm gonna take this though. Okay, they're going for a knit. They want the purple, obviously. I need this. I need them to not take that from me. So I'm gonna go here. Dang it. Right. It doesn't really matter because I can't get over there, you know? Shoot. Well, we'll just go here and take this, I guess. We'll take this instead. They're gonna go. I don't think I'm gonna score very well, people. Whew, they have to go all the way over here and take the one that I wanted. Of course they would. All right, now let's see what we can get ourselves up to here. I don't have enough to do a matching. Let's see here. I could do green, this blue, green. I could discard one to flip it, but I'm not finishing it. But I would, that's risky. I don't want an ugly button. Let's just see how this goes. Green. And then I could flip this one like this. I can go green. Then I can get rid of this to flip these. Then I'll do this, which will let me draw another one. And do you want to know what would be amazing? Is if it was that pretty blue color. It's pink. That's okay. We'll go green. That's about as good as that's gonna get. So we're gonna have to finish this. This doesn't really matter, like it's not gonna get me anything. So, that sucks. Okay, so this is a stripey and that's it. Now I'm wondering, would it have been, no, it's fine. I'm just gonna do this. Whee! Okay, dang it. I only have one left. I didn't do very good, I don't think. Okay, so, and I never got to the grabby paws to get more grabby paws. All right, so that's it. We are going to have to score now. Do I have a pencil? Yay, I do have a pencil. All right, this is me, Jamie. And then the AI character isn't scoring. Lucky for us. So the first thing we're gonna score are buttons. So I have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 points on buttons. Then we're gonna score just the base score of each of these. So it's gonna be as far down as we got. So that's 5 points, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Then our bonuses. So we have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 1 for each garment with 2 buttons. So it's 13, 14, 15 points. We didn't get any negatives because I refuse. And then these request cards. So 3 garments containing the same 2 colors. Nope. Matching mittens, we know we didn't get that one. 2 sweaters with completely different patterns and colors. I did 2 stripes, so I don't get that one. 2 garments containing the same 3 colors. No. I was so focused on the sweaters being different colors that I forgot about the patterns. Oh boy, this is not good. That's fine. So that's 5 with a 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 55 points? Wow! You're getting it! I'm getting it. Man, imagine scoring 100 points. If you were better at it, you totally could do. You totally could do it. I can't, but you could if you set your heart to it. Well, my friends, that is Knitting Circle. I mean, if you've watched these solo modes, you know I do love a solo game that's just kind of like a puzzle. I actually don't think I've done Calico yet as a solo mode, and I probably will eventually because it is, like I said, one of my all-time favorite solo games. It's just such a brain burn puzzle, and this is kind of the same thing because you're trying to balance like the buttons that you have and the goals you have with the garments that you're getting and whatever's coming up with the tiles. And one thing I really like about this one for solo in particular is that the solo variant, like the AI little cat, it's really easy to manage. You basically don't even need to think about what they're doing. They're just taking some yarn away from you. And I like that because sometimes life is complicated enough. So why do we need to add a super complicated Automa AI character? Sometimes you just want a cat that steals your yarn. You know what I mean? With all that being said, that's everything that I have for today. So once again, my name is Jamie from BoardGameGeek and Foster the Meeple. If Knitting Circle seems like a game you might be interested in, I'm going to have the link to the BGG page in the description below. So definitely go and check that out if you would like to learn a little bit more. I'm going to be back again next month with another solo playthrough. I am kind of developing a list of a bunch of different solo games that I want to play throughout the year. So if there's something you'd like to see, put it down below. I do have a lot of board games, so I probably do own it. Just let me know. But that's everything. I will see you all next month, and until then, happy gaming. Goodbye.